These people lived at the bottom of the sea, and their bodies were only a few centimeters tall. Although they resembled humans, their habits were similar to those of crabs. Their family had once been a large clan, with the children and parents numbering over 10 people. In August, their mother became pregnant with 5 more children. According to crab breeding habits, the mother had to swim to the shore and give birth where the seawater met the river. Although everyone was reluctant, Kanino had to say goodbye to her mother. However, not long after, their home was attacked by a school of large fish. The only survivors were Kanino, her older brother Kanaini, and their father. What was once a lively family became very quiet. To ensure they survived, their father had to hunt every day. The 3 of them relied on small fish and shrimp to live. One day, they caught a lot of small fish. Kanino excitedly took them home, hoping to give her mother something to eat. But when she entered the house, no one was there. Only then did she remember that her mother hadn't returned. Kanino felt deeply sad. She missed her mother so much. After dinner, Kanino lay down to sleep and dreamed of her mother again. She kept shouting "Mom," but her mother was waving goodbye to her. When Kanino woke up, she felt extremely uneasy. She had already lost her siblings, and she couldn't bear to lose her mother. So, while her brother Kanaini was asleep, Kanino decided to go to the shore alone to find her mother. However, a sudden heavy rainstorm broke out. The heavy rain triggered a flood, and the raging river made it impossible for Kanino to move forward. When her father returned and found Kanino missing, Kanaini had no idea where she had gone. But now, the river was very dangerous, and Kanino could be swept away at any moment. Her father, unable to bear the worry, went out to search for her. At that moment, Kanino had already been swept into a strong current. To prevent herself from being swept away by the river, she desperately clung to a branch. But the force of the water was so strong that she couldn't hold on for long. At a critical moment, her father arrived just in time.
Kanino!
Seeing his daughter being swept away, he climbed up without thinking of the danger. But Kanaini didn't have the courage to go forward. Her father reached Kanino and, using his crab claws, managed to pull her to safety. The siblings embraced each other in excitement, but suddenly, a huge wave came rushing toward them. Their father was swept away by the water. After the flood receded, Kanino felt deeply guilty. If she hadn't gone out on her own to find her mother, her father wouldn't have gotten into trouble. Kanaini stared in the direction his father had been swept away, feeling deeply sorrowful. If he had had the courage to help his father at that moment, perhaps his father wouldn't have been swept away. Suddenly, Kanaini looked up and noticed a broken dragonfly wing. It, like his father, was swept far away by the current. Kanaini felt deeply saddened, but he wiped away his tears because he knew that this family could only rely on themselves to protect it now. Kanaini walked over to Kanino and pointed toward the end of the river. That was where the river water gathered, and it was very likely that their father had been swept there. He hoped Kanino would regain her strength and join him in searching for their father. But Kanino was still very upset. At that moment, Kanaini couldn't hold back his tears. He blamed himself for being weak, for being incapable, and for not protecting the family he loved the most. After Kanino calmed down, she decided to join Kanaini in searching for their father. Even if they only found their father's body, they wanted to bring him back home. They walked in the direction their father had been swept away for a long time, but they couldn't find any trace of him. Just then, the river water ahead became